My name's Ryan Hickman. I'm 38 years old. I was raised in Burbank, California. I became a firefighter with the city of Vernon back in 2003, and then I was fortunate enough to be hired with the city of Torrance in 2007, where I've been a firefighter paramedic, and now I've been promoted to engineer as of this year. I'm married with one 3-year-old daughter. I've been married for about 5 years now. Live in the city of Redondo Beach, and decided to become a firefighter after I got out of college. My grandfather and my uncle were both firefighters for the city of Burbank, so I was exposed to this kind of occupation early on when I was a kid, visiting my grandfather at the fire station. So I always knew that this is the kind of job that I would like to pursue once I got older. So out of college, I got with my uncle and started pursuing that career, and was fortunate enough to be hired in 2003.
My name is Ricky Cradle. I was born and raised in Virginia. Grew up in Cerritos here in California, where I attended high school. Graduated in 1991, and from there I got drafted into professional baseball. Had a 9-year professional baseball career, and then after that, I decided I need to grow up and get a real job and pursue a career in the fire department.
My name is Mike Cotter. I'm originally from Torrance, born and raised here. From a big Irish family. I've got a wife named Julie and 3 sons at home. Liam's my oldest. He's 5 years old. I've got Emmett, who's about to turn 3. And then I've got my youngest, his name's Owen, and he's 7 months old. So yeah, we're living here in Torrance and living the good life.
Graduated high school, Wilson High School in Long Beach. Went to community college, worked different jobs throughout my life, taking a roundabout pattern to get to where I wanted to be, which is here in the fire service. Luckily, City of Torrance took a chance on me back in '98.
I decided to promote because as I was a young firefighter growing through the ranks, I had a lot of positive role models and mentors that were engineers and captains, and they really influenced me in my work ethic and the way I train, and basically brought that positive influence to me. So naturally, that's the kind of thing I would like to give back to the people that are coming up as firefighters, paramedics. Try to be that positive role model, be that person that can lead by example, and hopefully impact their lives the way many have impacted mine so far.
I enjoy serving the citizens of Torrance because first and foremost, I love Torrance. My family's from here. I still have a lot of friends that are living here. And other than that, it's a real diverse city. It's a place that not only do I call home, but I take a lot of pride in serving.
My name's Dan Cifuentes. I'm 37 years old. I'm married with 2 kids. My wife Erin, and Sophia is 5 and Daniel's 2. Worked for the city of Torrance for about going on 2 years now, and having a great time. A lot of great opportunities in the city. I spend a lot of my time mostly with just my family. We're a pretty busy group. The kids take up, I'm sure like other parents know, they just take up all the time with all the different activities that we do. And majority of the time that I do have available, if I get a chance on my own, I go out and ride my motorcycle when I get a chance. Other than that, it's just family time. That's the primary.
Well, I'm Ellery Sanders. I am 31 years old. I grew up in Los Angeles, California. My parents are still together for over 30 years, blessed to have them. I have an older brother and also an older sister. And while growing up in Los Angeles, I went to Daniel Murphy High School, graduated in 2003. Soon after, I pursued my career in the fire service. Right now, I currently reside in Hawthorne. I like to walk my dog, do beach runs.
My name's Christopher Rhodes. I was born and raised in the city of Torrance. I have a loving wife and 2 beautiful children. Currently at this time, I enjoy coaching youth sports. I'm very involved, an involved parent, so a lot of spare time is given up to volunteer work and being around youth and supporting the new dream for some little ones. I attended high school here in Torrance. I graduated from North Torrance, and I've just been pursuing this career for a long time.
My name is Richard Kazanjian. I was born and raised in the city of Torrance, so I'm a local boy. Attended the North High School in the city. I have my Associates of Science degree in Fire Emergency and Technology. I have a bachelor's degree in Fire Protection and Administration. I've been in the fire service for 18 years now, 11 of those years with Torrance Fire Department. I'm happily married to my wife, Lisa. We have 2 wonderful boys, Tyler and Ryan, who I'm proud to say are local boys also. When I'm not spending time with my family or on the job, I live in the ocean. So I love to fish, paddleboard, surf. That's where I love to be when I'm off duty.
My name's Pat Hoffman. I live in Dana Point, California. I grew up out in Corona, California with my mom and dad, Dan and Donna. I currently live with my wife, Allison, and my 2 sons, Jack and Dan. They're both 14 and 11. And went to Corona High School growing up. Went right into Pasadena City College from high school. And I swam, played water polo there, and found my way going to Cal Poly in the printing industry. And somehow in my years up in Cal Poly, I found myself in the restaurant business and landed on my feet in the fire service at San Onofre nuclear power plant as a firefighter, where I spent 12 years until they shut the place down, and found myself into fire prevention in the city of Torrance, where I've found a way to continue my fire career.
So when I think of the fire service, I only think of this department, right? Because I've only worked for this department, and this was my ultimate goal. But I know it means a family affair. It's definitely something that includes everyone that's part of this department, regardless of what their rank is. It's a family atmosphere. Everyone looks out for each other, and I really appreciate that here in the city of Torrance.
I decided to promote because I want to continue my path in leadership in this organization, and also to give back to the people who helped me and the people coming behind me to help them achieve their same goals.
I would like to thank my wife, first of all. She stuck by my side through this entire process, and she was really a good support system for me. My daughter. But I'm fortunate enough to work in this occupation where we all work together. So there have been many people that have been my mentors to get me to where I am today. For when I was a younger firefighter, Engineer Chris Hawker, Captains Alec Miller, Captain Strock, Engineer Behan, Captain Carter, Chief Asonsny. I mean, I can go on and on. Basically, again, I'm fortunate. This is a team effort. Pretty much everyone in this department has influenced me in one way or another and have gotten me to the position that I am today.
I would like to thank my family. My mother, Rose, my brother, Roland, my wife, Lisa, my 2 sons, Tyler and Ryan. They're really my inspiration to go out every day and try and make a difference. I would like to thank the entire City of Torrance team, especially the fire department, for their mentorship, their leadership, and support. I really look forward to the future, fulfilling our mission statement and making a positive difference in our community.
I'd like to thank my wife and kids. They temporarily put their lives on hold while I was getting the proper education and training to pursue this career. They've been a backbone of this for a minute, and I really appreciate them taking the time out to just kind of wait. And I'm not around as much and until I can be successful. Also, my immediate family and her family, they've been extremely supportive through so many different events in my life, and I'm just blessed to have them, and I really appreciate everything that they've done.
First and foremost, I would like to thank God for blessing me with these opportunities. I would also like to thank my church community for supporting me throughout all these years. And lastly, I would like to thank my family, my parents, and my older sister for constantly supporting me throughout all these years.
I'd like to thank, first of all, I couldn't do anything without the support and love from my family. So my wife, Erin, is the rock and the commander-in-chief at home, and she takes care of everything with my daughter and my son, and I wouldn't be able to accomplish anything without that rock there. And my parents, obviously, for always supporting me throughout the years when I was in school and through all the different accomplishments in order to get where I'm at. And I'd like to thank Chief Cerna for giving me the opportunity to come work here for the city of Torrance and help this community.
Through this process, I'd just like to take the chance to thank, first of all, my parents. They were the ones who really paved the way for me and showed me how to live in this world. And that big family that I told you about, they're always the biggest influences on me in my life. Other than that, I'd like to thank my wife, Julie, and of course, my three biggest fans, Liam, Emmett, and Owen.
I've had a lot of people that have had parts and plays in my success in the fire service. Mainly my wife Allison and my sons, Jack and Dan, have they've given up a lot because they see what it takes to provide in the service or in the fire service. And and also thanking everyone else, from mom and dad to the person that you meet on the street.
There's a long list of people I'd like to thank, starting with Chief Cerna and the chief officers of Torrance Fire Department, all the men and women of the Torrance Fire Department that I work with. They're all a great source of inspiration to me. And lastly, my family, my parents, my wife Jenny, my kids. Everything I do is for a purpose. And my greatest source of motivation and inspiration comes from taking care of my family. And so without them, none of this would be possible.
I've been with the Torrance Fire Department for approximately 18 years now. I've worked as a firefighter, paramedic, engineer, and now fortunately a captain. I've been lucky to have support not only at home, but at work. First and foremost, I need to thank my wife of 20 years, love of my life, Marilyn. She's my biggest advocate. She has noticed that when I've promoted in the past, my paycheck does get a little bigger. So for some reason, she wants me to work more overtime. Now, my wallet hasn't gotten any bigger, but her shoe collection has, so you do the math. My daughter, Francesca, who's 16, I want to thank her for all her support as well. She's the hardest working 16-year-old I know, whether it's school, work, sports. She has all these friends called boys now, which is an interesting experience for me. They always seem to be 6 inches taller, 50 pounds heavier, but there's ways to deal with that. My 13-year-old McKenna, who unfortunately couldn't be here today, she is in Costa Rica, volunteering, teaching kids English, helping build houses. She has one of the biggest hearts that I know for a 13-year-old. I want to thank my mom and stepfather who flew out from Chicago to be here as well. Thank you for all the life's lessons that you have taught me. I want to thank my sister and my nephew who flew down from the Bay Area to support me on this occasion. All the captains that I've worked for in the past, I've learned something from, and I want to thank all of them. Captain Bone was my rookie captain. Captain Simmons was my captain when I was a firefighter paramedic. Captain, now Chief Basansani, was my captain at one point when I was a paramedic, then into an engineer, Captain Strock. And then my biggest mentor, Captain Miller. He showed a lot of patience and gave me a lot of time and support to study for this promotional exam and to do well in this test. Captain John Henderson recently gave me a book written by John Wooden. It's about successful leaders. Apparently I need some work, but Captain Miller is well-rounded and a worldly person with a lot of outside life experience. In this book, it talks about comparing yourself to others. If I was to compare myself to Captain Miller, I would have auto-failed as we say in the tower. But the book talks about not comparing yourself to others, just doing your best. And that's all you can do, and that's all I can do. So that's my goal, is just to do my best. Plus, Captain Miller was Firefighter of the Year last year, so there's no way you can compete with that.
Professionalism.
Integrity.
Tradition.